Yes, I have. Probably more so at the conference, the NATSI conference last year in September in Townsville, more so. And there was conversations around that, yes. Well, just because I guess I sit on the NATSIC board, I had to do a lot of reading and understanding about what that means, what does that look like, and I'm still learning about it. So the voice, there's two parts to the voice, but the first part is about recognising Indigenous, Torres Strait Islander Indigenous people as part of the Constitution, that they are the First Nation, First Peoples of this land, and to be included in the Constitution. The second part is enshrining that voice into the Constitution as well. Now, the first part, understandably, I'd imagine 90% would agree for that recognition of the Indigenous peoples into the Constitution. And that's been happening. That story's been happening a long time, and that's great. So, and that's really, really important. So that's a good thing. Now, the confusion really is probably around the second part, enshrining that voice. So, and having people having that, talking with our countrymen too, it's complicated enough talking about that first part, the Constitution, terms of, the Constitution, referendum, what does that mean? What is the voice? The voice meaning, the recognition of an Indigenous peoples into the Constitution. So even having that understanding is also a little bit of a roadblock, but there needs to be some work in that place. So lots more conversations are needed around it, and just talking with our leaders in our Catholic communities and trying to just get some basic information so that they can understand, and that in itself is a difficulty, let alone going back into the community and sharing with others. So what they're going to be doing, we just encourage them, you need to really source those informations. We've got information that the Catholic Church have put together as well. There is a website as well, and to be able just to go in there, we need to take it upon ourselves. We need to have that due diligence to be able to understand what it is that we're doing. Not to be told, yes, this is what we need to do, but why we're doing, but for ourselves, so we understand and we're at peace with that as well. It could do in the right way. It just depends on what's behind it. I don't know. So if, when I say the right way, the heart is in it genuinely to help Indigenous people. It's got to be genuine, not tokenistic, not talk, and not by particular people, but it's got to be heartfelt right down to the people in those the remote communities. And whether that will resonate down to those places, I don't know, because, just previous policies, decision making, there has been a struggle, and there's some questions about outcomes there. We're still trying to work out what that looks like. Yes, well, it's compulsory that people do need to vote, but each to their own, and be at peace as to how you vote. And again, from a Catholic background or a Christian background, I would for myself, I'd be discerning and praying about it. We can have all these voices telling us a lot of different things, but as people of faith, in any church, in the Catholic Church, I'd be encouraging people to really lean onto the Holy Spirit, onto the Lord. What's God's heart for His people? I would just like to encourage our peoples to be really, and I guess as a Catholic or as a Christian, to really understand that your go-to is the Lord. That's who we are as walking in our faith. And when even in our own daily lives, you know, as individuals and our families and our communities, let alone the rest of the nation, when you are walking with the Lord, your discernment that you make is going to be a whole lot easier. You're going to have peace regardless of the storm that's happening around you.